Yeah, yeah, It's a shame how I'm feeling. When I love is the realest. You lose love and I feel it. The time just to get it. Need the space and I get it. I did wrong, I admit it. But don't act like you innocent. You don't want me, I get it. Then what we had was special. This break fucking with my mental. Yeah, this John texting I ain't used to. Yeah, what we had was something special. Yeah, no late calls got me stressing. Yeah, you got my heart up in a frenzy. Yeah, what we have was something special. This break fucking with my mental. This dry texting I ain't used to. What we have was special. We've been arguing for days, yeah. I don't know what to say no more. All these feelings building pain, yeah. Tell me what you need and I'ma be there. I know I did some wrong, but I promise I'ma make some better days. I can see the anger in your face. I just want you in a better place. The thing that I could do for you, nobody could do for you. Yeah, baby, let's forget it, move on and get with it. You switch up your move, but I'm wrong. You say that you love me, but now you gone. But if I would've left, I would've been wrong. Sit back at the end, you'll put a mile on. Love is the realest, lose love and I feel it. Sometimes to get it, space and I get it. I did wrong, I admit it. Act like you innocent, you don't want me, I get it. Then what we had was special. This break fucking with my mental. Yeah, this John texting I ain't used to. Yeah, what we had was something special. Yeah, no late calls got me stressing. Yeah, you got my heart up in a frenzy. Yeah, what we had was something special. This break fucking with my mental. This John texting I ain't used to. What we had was special. Love is the realest. Love and I feel it. Time to get it. Space and I get it. I did wrong, I admit it. But don't act like you innocent. You don't want me, I get it. Then what we had was special. This break fucking with my mental. Yeah, this John texting I ain't used to. Yeah, what we had was something special. Yeah, no late calls got me stressing. Yeah, you got my heart up in a frenzy.
Jared!
What's happening, yo?
Hi, I miss you.
What's been up with you?
Work as usual. But
As usual.
But God is good.
All the time.
All the time.
All
What
the
you
time.
been up to? I really do miss you. How you doing?
I miss y'all too. I've been alright. Y'all know that quarantine pandemic season has not been fair to me whatsoever. So, but I'm back. I'm here. I'm doing the thing, and I'm working through it.
I get it. Like I wasn't able to share this information with anybody because we were on a little break, but my dad tested positive for
really?
COVID-19, and me and my father are like really close. So it was bad because I wasn't able to see him. I couldn't, he was in the hospital. He got it. Like he went into the hospital COVID-19 negative, but while he was in the care of the hospital, he tested positive. So, we couldn't see him anyway. So I couldn't see him. The service was in the hospital was shoddy. So I couldn't really FaceTime him. I was going crazy. I couldn't really talk to my dad. And just being nervous every day about, like, is he okay? Are they taking care of him? Like, how's his breathing? I didn't really know, but thank God he was able to go home and quarantine at home with my mom. And even still, I was nervous that, I didn't want her to get it. But my mother was like, nah, babe, I got a whole homemade hazmat suit. So both of my parents are good. I was just recently able to go see my dad after like almost 2 months of not seeing him and not really talking to him. So he's okay. But yeah, this thing is serious, so.
Yeah.
But that's my deal.
Yeah, and I'll communicate to everybody who's listening. I've been out since the beginning of May. I haven't been on the show since the beginning of May. And the reason for that is both of my grandparents on my mother's side did contract the virus, and they passed away a week apart. So there was no way I was coming on the show because I was
Yeah.
an emotional wreck. No way. So I had to step away just from life for that
Yeah.
entire month of May. And by the way, I did get the flowers, the card that you guys sent, and
Oh,
I want to say thank y'all.
you're
My
welcome.
mother really extends her gratitude to you guys as well. She actually wanted to get on camera and say that, but she's not here. She's not even in the house right now.
Got
So
you.
yeah, she did want to say that she really appreciates the love that you spread it to us during that time. Still going through it, but
Yeah.
we here.
Tough.
We here.
Yeah. We love you, so we love your family.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Not a
But
problem.
yeah,
So,
y'all know I know. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was just saying, like, it's so crazy how 2020 has been a complete. Have you seen like the memes and everything of, like Jumanji? You know what I'm saying? Like, whose turn is it go? You feel what I'm saying? It really feels like a game of Jumanji.
The one meme that I keep seeing is from Ant-Man with it has man, I can't even think of the actor's name right now. But it has the two dudes from Ant-Man. He's in the car. He's like, so what happened in 2020? He was like, well, first off, Kobe died. And then, we almost went to World War III. Then it was a pandemic. And then, like we had a civil war, basically.
Right.
And then the murder hornets. I'm just like, yo, oh, that's a lot.
It's crazy. Like 2020 has been a freaking. It's been a movie. It's been
a shit show. It's been a shit show.
It's been a shit show. Like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. And then like we're in the middle of this, the thing that we've been fighting for fucking ever, for years, just equal goddamn rights. Like,
it's just now on international TV.
Exactly. And I saw something that say, I don't know if we were veering into this, but I just want to say it real quick.
No, go ahead.
But I did see something where somebody has said that I think it was Candace Owens, her bitch ass, has said something.
Why we gotta go there?
She has said something like George Floyd was a martyr, and it's like, yeah, no, bitch, you need to look at the goddamn definition of a martyr. He's not a martyr. He did not willingly give his life up. It was taken. If anything, he was a catalyst. You know what I'm saying? So, we're in the middle of a pandemic and everything is kind of shut down. So you don't have a choice but to see the injustices. And it was because of his murder, his lynching, that people is forced in their face to see, no, this is what we have been screaming about for the past hundreds of years. This is not new. This is something that has been going on. You understand what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it is terrible that he had to lose his life. But I remember, have you ever seen the documentary that Jay-Z did for Khalif Browder?
Yeah, Khalif. That was hard to watch.
It was very
extremely hard to watch for me.
But Jay-Z said something that stuck with me in that, because I saw it when it first came out, and he was saying that Khalif was like a prophet, in a sense. And certain people are sacrifices to, basically he was a catalyst. He was a sacrifice so that things could be set in motion. Because of what happened to Khalif, a law was passed that you cannot keep anybody in solitary confinement for X amount of days. Had that had not happened to Khalif, this would have still continued to go on to keep people in solitary confinement for years. Now it's against the law. Right. And fortunately, George Floyd was that for us. Like, his death has forced certain things to be put in everybody's face, to actually see. And so it's unfortunate, but it benefited us as a people in a way. But why does somebody have to lose their life for you to see that? You understand what I'm saying? It's just 2020 is some shit. Hi, Justin.
Hi. very serious.
That's the black box that I put at the bottom. Hey, look, I know that we do entertainment and that we do like out the box stuff, but man, ain't nothing funny about this shit.
No, it's so serious. Like, it's heart-wrenching. And I don't personally have any children yet, but I do have a nephew who I am extremely close to, and he's a little black boy. He's only 3. You know what I'm saying? And I have a niece she'll be 9 this year, and I'm very close to them, and I fear, like, I'm scared for those babies to go outside and play. They can't even play.
Yeah.
No, it's just, I don't want to get emotional, but this is really emotional.
Right.
Very emotional.
It is a very emotional subject, and it's affecting everybody, and it should be affecting everybody in order to make a difference happen. So, but it's more scary for, like you said, and I want to say our children when maybe I don't have the right to say so, but y'all know about my family. Y'all know about where I come from. So for me, I'm going to say our children, because that's the environment and the community I was raised in, and people who helped to take care of me were of that race, African American. So it hits my heart, and I can honestly say that I am ashamed and really, I hate to say the word disgusted, but I'm going to say that I am feeling like that towards my own race because of their actions, and they're not opening their eyes to realize that's not okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And if they think it is, why? Why do you think it's okay? Because your parents or your grandparents told you so, because you were raised in that environment stemming from back in the who knows how long ago? It's not okay. It's not okay.
Yeah. No. And it's one of those things, like, nobody's perfect. Nobody is perfect. But even, let's take Jared, for example. Like, Jared is a really good guy. He doesn't do anything bad. And the fact that it's so scary that he may not be able to go outside without somebody just looking at his skin color and just completely taking him out of here. And it's not fair. It's not fair. And then, to bring up, he wasn't a good guy because, back then he, this happened. And it's like, no, it was one isolated event. That does not define who he is as a person. And it's not your right to be a judge and feel like he doesn't deserve to live. That's not fair. And I feel like that with, like, my brother and my nephew and my friends and my dad. Like, it's horrible. It's horrible. And people get away with it, have been getting away with it.
Yeah.
It's not right.
Well, I came into this
conversation.
I came in late to the conversation, and it is an emotional subject. And so, I appreciate both of you and you, Jonae, for being so open and vulnerable, because obviously it's going to hit a lot of people in the hardest spots you can imagine. So
I will also say that I'm glad that we're having this conversation now, because if we were to have it 2 weeks ago, my vocabulary and my thought process would be very incendiary. So I'm lucky that all of that is out of my system now. And I don't have to spit that fire on live radio.
Yeah. No, and I've been following, Jared, I've been watching a lot of your posts, and, a lot of people have honestly reached out to me on the side, and I've been involved. I've actually been involved with a lot of the different movements. I've been out there with protests as well in Baltimore City, and I haven't posted as much on my page because I took a step back to think about it. I didn't want people to think that I'm not trying to have a voice. Yeah. That is not it at all. And for those of you who know me, that's not the case.
Yeah.
I definitely have a voice. Right. It's just I had to digest everything, because now what was happening, I'm not going to defend what happened at all. Nobody should be. But because it kind of puts, I don't like to think of race as a factor, but let's be real here. Race is a factor. So if I'm going to say race, let's talk about Caucasian for a second and say, if I'm of that race, I I needed time to be able to process what's happening, because obviously people might take anything I say the wrong way. And I get super defensive when I don't agree with something or I have something to say. I get super defensive with it, and I speak on it. I didn't want to offend anybody. I didn't want to say anything that were going to cause more questions. But everything I'm doing and have been doing is to support the cause and Black Lives Matter 100%. And again, that's where I come from. So, you know, seeing Jared, even your post, I was hesitant to even comment because I was in the back of my mind, I was worried. I was like, oh my gosh, probably Jared doesn't even want to talk to me right now. And it hurt, but I didn't know when the right time would be to reach out, because I didn't want to I know what you're feeling, basically. And I wanted to be in the right spot to have that conversation with you, with Jonay, with Megan, who's not here today on the show with us, because it's hard, and it's hard for me to be able to stand up and be in that light, knowing what my own crowd, if you will, did, and that's not okay. I don't like that.
Yeah.
And real quick to speak on, like, I know what post that you're referring to, the post of like, hey, white folks, if you're asking me how I'm doing or what can I do, whatever, I don't want to hear it. Just like, please do your own research. That's not verbatim. That's just the, you know, cliff notes of like a lot of stuff that a lot of Black people have been saying. It's not anything personal. It's not anything like on y'all, but it's just, it speaks to the mental exhaustion, the physical exhaustion, the generational exhaustion that we have about speaking about this issue. And so now when, you know, greatly so, now when you have, you know, our, let's just call them white allies who want to jump in and like in the fight, we're like, we told y'all for 400 years what this is about, how to get involved and what to do. It's just like, we gave y'all the playbook, follow the playbook, stop asking questions.
Okay, well, it's a very serious subject, and I don't want to sidestep it. I do want to take a quick break. We have a guest backstage who's ready to come on with us, and we may get into this conversation with her as well. We'll see how the conversation goes with the interview, but we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we have a very special guest who we're going to be introducing and talking a little bit about her experience on a hit Amazon Prime series that's out now. It's been out for a while, actually, so stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
Bring us some light.
Now they try to call it Temple Hill Skating Palace, but that's another story. It's Friday, the end of the week, school's out, and everybody in here tonight. We've been coming here for years. I'm talking about my mama's mama. Look, I don't know what's gonna happen tonight, but I feel like it's gonna be groovy. My man told me somebody special gonna pop out tonight, and ain't nobody about to miss it. It's gonna be the bad Jones, the gangsters, the skaters, shit, even the nerds. And me, I'm stuck at work.
Welcome back. JoJo is loading up. We are getting her back in just a second. Can y'all hear me okay, Jared?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay. You know how sometimes stuff be acting crazy with technology. I want to make sure you can hear me. All right. We have a very special guest to bring on with us. And I'm super excited because I just did so much research on Miss Celeste Fianna, who's down there to my right. How are you?
Hi everyone. I'm good. How are you? Nice to see you all.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us
What's happening? How you doing?
Good.
on such short notice, mind
Thank
you.
you for
Everyone,
joining us.
we were able to pull Celeste in probably, I don't have a watch on, but I'm gonna act like I do, probably in the last hour. So thank you so much for joining us last minute and getting everything together. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we can see you, JoJo. So Celeste, you are joining us and you are from California, LA, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Nice. Now, how is it there right now? I know there's probably a lot of chaos going on everywhere. How is it in LA?
Well, it's funny enough. I'm actually in England at the moment. I've been writing out the pandemic here in England. So,
wow.
Yeah. I was here at the beginning of it all, and I've been working on some projects here. And I just kind of decided to stay and write it out.
Okay.
Because I do know that LA is going through quite the whirlwind of events, the last few months, and all for a good cause. All the protesting is really, really, really great that this is all, not that it's coming to the surface the way that.
Now, England can't be that bad to be cooped up in. I mean, out of all places to be quarantined, I'd rather be there than anywhere in the U.S. right now. But I mean, tell me, England. I mean, I've never been to England before. I've always wanted to go. What part?
I'm in London at the moment. So,
nice.
Yeah. So.
Very nice.
In the capital.
Very nice. Welcome back.
Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you, girl.
Okay, good.
You're probably hanging in the back. I see it. So we are again. Those of you who are tuning in right now, we're joined by Celeste Fianna. She's from Amazon's hit series The Bay. Now you're also an Emmy Award-winning actress and producer of The Bay as well, correct?
I'm an Emmy Award-winning producer, and I did get a pre-nomination for Best Supporting Actress.
Yes.
So I'm one of the supporting actresses in the show, and I've been with it from pretty much day one almost. It's been quite a ride. It's been a lot of fun. So we've the show itself has taken home 15 Emmys now.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cleaning up.
Yeah. That's right. So tell us a little bit to the viewers who are tuning in right now. Tell us about, if you could, I know it's hard to do in like short time, but if you could do it in 2 minutes or less, tell us overall what this series is about, because it's very good and very dramatic. And then what role you play on The Bay.
Okay, so it's like a mystery crime drama thriller almost. It's got like everything from you'd have to check out one of the trailers and check out the show itself. It's very riveting. It's about a wealthy family who just has all this scandal around it. You get people going to prison, and you get sex rings and drugs, and it's just it's full of drama and all sorts of thrilling things. And my character is kind of a troublemaker, so she kind of goes around thinking that she's doing the right thing, and just kind of falls for manipulation, but really has is just in the search for love. So she's kind of she comes from Las Vegas and moves back. She's part of the Garrett family, which is the main family that has the wealth and the power, and so it's quite an interesting show there.
Yeah. Now, I will say you are a troublemaker on the series. But I love that about your character. So being that you might be that troublemaker role, but tell us on the flip side what you think some of the values that your character adds to this series and adds to this entire platform.
Well, I think she's, deep down, she's got a lot of innocence about her, where she wants to do the right thing. She wants to know that she'll be okay. She wants to have true love, and she goes through a slew of like bad situations. And she just mixes with really the wrong people, and she's like trying to climb out of it, but. We're gearing up for the next season. I don't know if my character is getting any. We'll see.
Okay. Well, I was gonna ask you about that. So you guys are working on filming. Are you going to be filming season 6 or 7?
We're looking at that now. So.
Okay, got you. Okay. What I will say about Amazon that I'm a little upset about is this, because not about the series, about Amazon. I just got Amazon Prime like 2 months ago. So I've been catching up and binge the Bay. I've been binge watching the Bay, but they only started season 3. So I missed the first 2 seasons.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, I know. We have it released in Australia, but it was on Amazon Prime, so we're working all that out. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna find out where to catch the last 2 seasons. I mean, the first 2 seasons, because maybe now is okay because I'm already into this last season on Prime right now, so I'm kind of in the deep of it. But I didn't catch anything from the first 2, and that's I'm kind of bummed out about that. But I've been looking at previews and clips on the cast Instagram pages and Facebook as well to kind of catch up.
Good. Yeah, a lot on TV.
Justin, you can find those first 2 seasons.
Where at, Jared?
Not gonna say it on air.
Oh, okay. Well, you can go ahead and send me a text afterwards. I need to check that out.
I catch your drift, Jared. I catch your drift.
Let me know, okay? Because I need to figure out where to watch the first 2 seasons of the Bay. So what has it been like with COVID-19? I know you mentioned you're in England right now. What has it been like with? Was there any impact to filming schedules, or were you guys kind of already done with the season and it kind of worked out where you didn't have to worry about filming? Or how did that work with COVID-19?
We weren't actively filming, which was good. We were in the editing phase, so actually that was okay. So we just continued down the editing road.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it was a little worrisome because we have a schedule every year where we start into pre-production, and then we film, and then we edit, and we're like, oh my god, is that are we going to move it for this year?
Right.
But it looks like it's on schedule, hopefully. So
well, good. Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So before we move on, I want to know Janae's going to ask our next question, but I do want to ask you one more. Tonight, originally, and again, we're really happy you joined us, Celeste, last minute. We actually had your co-star, Christos, who is going to be joining us. He plays your brother in the series, correct?
Yeah, he plays Pete Garrett. Yeah, he's my real life brother, and he's my cousin on the show. He's the star of the show, and he's quite an interesting character as well. So
yeah, and he's also on the production side too, right? For executive producer.
Yeah, he's an executive producer.
Nice.
He's really good at his craft. He knows.
Yeah.
He's just like really knows everything. Him and Gregory are quite the team. It's really amazing.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Awesome. That's what makes the show so great.
Yeah. They're total artists. I mean, it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Did you say that that was your real life brother?
Yeah, he's my real life brother, and my cousin on the show. So, yeah.
Oh, I thought he was your brother on the show. Wow.
No, he's my real life brother.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. How is it? Who's the oldest?
Okay, I see that.
Yeah, who is the oldest?
Yeah.
He likes to say he's the oldest, but I am by a little bit. Just a bit.
Did y'all have to do any sibling fights for screen time?
What's that?
Did you have to do any sibling fights for screen time?
No, we work things out pretty happily. We're good on.
Okay, I can just imagine like y'all in the editing room, and then one of y'all falls on a cutting room floor, and you're like,
"Oh my god,
I need to center stage during the scene.
Wouldn't that be terrible?
Yeah, I know how it is being the big sister and the little brother just thinks that he's the oldest. You know, gotta constantly remind him, no, I'm the oldest. Okay, what I say goes. That's so dope, though. But how is that working with your brother?
Oh, it's great. It's really, really nice on set, and the whole production side of things is it's really really nice. We just love being on set, and the whole production's part of everything. And Gregory writes amazing scripts, and we all get together. There's a really big cast too, so
Right.
we've all become like a family by now. So it's hashtag the Bay family and certain things, but really hashtag is binge the Bay. And yeah, it's really fun. We're excited.
And I'm
Yeah,
seeing
that makes the chemistry more like authentic.
Mhm.
You know, with acting, the chemistry is key. But when you're acting with your brother and he's acting as a family member, like it's just automatic. So,
Yeah, funny enough, we've had a few scenes together, which is great. Yeah, but there's such so many things going on that it's like my story's it's great. We all have our storylines, and it's really exciting. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. So we saw that the Bay recently did a 2-hour Zoom event raising money for the Red Cross. How did that go?
Oh, it was nice. Yeah, it was really fun. I always have a great time hanging out with the cast and the producers, and
Nice.
so it was kind of like one of our parties. We throw parties probably like every few months, and so it just kind of felt like we're all together again, but over the computer.
Right.
So it was getting late, like the sun was coming up in the background and everything.
Wow.
Are you the only one out of the country right now?
Ron Moss is in Belgium, I believe. So
Oh wow, okay.
yeah, I had a couple scenes with him. He's a great actor. It's so
Nice.
fun to work with.
I
But
wonder how the waffles are.
I know,
I
right?
know, right? I got a Belgium waffle the other day with gelato on top of it. It's pretty cool.
Good.
Just go straight to the waffles then. Okay. I see.
Yes.
Belgium.
So,
Right. What I will say, hold on, time out, sidebar. So I went to Hampton University, which is a HBCU, a historically Black university. And there was this older lady. I mean, she had to have been like 100. She used to make the waffles in the morning for breakfast. She used to make Belgian waffles, but they were the best waffles ever. And I'm like, I know her ass ain't never been to Belgium. I need to go there
Right.
to see. Like, I just want to try the waffles.
Uh-huh.
We actually filmed in Belgium. We took the Bay there one year. So
Oh, nice.
Did you have waffles?
I think we did. Yeah, I think they gave them to us at the hotel every morning.
I'm sure.
Were they awesome?
They were good. Yeah.
Okay.
Going around.
I take your word for it.
So talk to us about some of the moments that you've had on set, around the cast, around your brother. Is there any memorable moments that you can tell us about? Anything that sticks out?
Oh, for sure. I mean, we kind of joke about it. We're like, I wonder if more drama happens off screen or on screen, but so no, just to see the actors work. It's just amazing. Like what Gregory can pull out of them, the director, Gregory J. Martin, he takes people to a place that sometimes is just like a totally new thing for them, and what they've done and what they've been used to doing. And he's just, he's really good at working subtly to get those inner like serious emotions out. So we've had fight scenes, like shooting scenes, which really, we have to block for them. And, I haven't done those personally, but I've like broken into a place, which was fun to film. What else? Like Ron Moss and Sam Tamil, they did a like a fight scene the last season that was really cool to watch. They're like throwing each other against the walls, graffitied up. Like the art department like fixed up the whole place so it looks kind of like really dingy, and it was cool. It's really fun being on set and seeing what.
Anybody ever got hurt?
And then seeing something from script and how the actors kind of deliver that and how they portray it on camera is really cool to watch.
Yeah. Has anybody ever gotten hurt like in those, I guess, kind of stunt or fight scenes? Has anyone actually got a little bit hurt on set?
I actually don't think so. We're really careful on our sets, so I think on ours. Yeah, I don't, not that I recall. So,
Well,
but I know it happens. I mean, I've heard a lot of stories about other actors on set and stuff. Like,
right. Oh, it happens. Yeah, absolutely.
So not only are you a stellar actress that's on The Bay, but you also have an upcoming spinoff series that's titled, is it YA or is it YA? Because I've been messing that up.
It's YA, so it stands for.
I knew it. It's YA. I know it's
Yeah.
YA.
Yeah.
So I know you probably can't share everything about that upcoming spinoff series. You know, there are probably some things that you can't speak about. But what can you tell us about it and your involvement in it?
That show is gonna be really cool. I'm really excited for that one. It's so cool that it's a spinoff. So it's like based around the young adults, Leslie York Avenue. So I don't know if I was supposed to mention that, but it's the name. So it could be a lot of things, but yeah, it's about a lot of things that young teenagers go through adolescence, and it really touches on a lot of those issues of what they're faced with. It's like, the first kind of kiss or the first kind of drink or something, like just these like new things that they go through. It's gonna be very, very cool. I'm really excited for everyone to see it.
And you guys have Vivica Fox on set for that too, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, Auntie Vivica.
I love Auntie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. She's great.
Yeah.
She has a great role and she delivers it amazing. So yeah, we're really excited about that one. It should be awesome.
Is she a part of the cast or just the production?
Oh, she's in the cast. Yeah.
Nice. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's a legend.
It is a legend.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's got a huge presence, definitely.
Yeah.
She's great to watch in action. It's awesome.
So I have a quick question. A little bit more about the upcoming series, but just about, how the industry is going to look in general with this pandemic going on. What do you think is going to change about the industry and as an actress doing your job on set when all the restrictions get taken down? In your opinion, what's going to be different?
Yeah, it's got to be a lot of things yet to see, really. Like, I know SAG has a ton of new regulations now as to people that are going back to set have to all wear masks. So yeah, and I just I don't know. We'll see. I know a lot of people I've spoken to are just like really, really eager to get back on set and continue working.
Yeah.
It's like every other industry has kind of really been shut down a bit for a while, but I'm happy it's all kind of now it's starting to ease back open.
Right.
Yeah.
So talking about some techniques when it comes to, because all of us here, Jared, Jonay, myself, we're all in the entertainment industry as far as acting. We have everything from theater to film to TV and even reality TV, believe it or not. With all that being said, it's I'm interested in knowing about techniques from different actors or actresses in the industry. So for yourself, maybe what are some of the techniques that you practice when it comes to acting, whether it's memorizing lines or what you do in interacting with cast members, etc.?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, lines come to me a little more easy than they used to in the beginning. I think the big key is to kind of just put the script down and remember what you might respond to, knowing the character. I don't know. It's like to just not be so dependent on the script, just the kind of line memorization thing, and then I'm sorry, what was the second question?
Oh no, just like if you're like maybe interacting with other talent or actors on set, sometimes it could be like a cue that you might give them, or the chemistry between actors. There might be some techniques surrounding that chemistry on set too. Do you have anything like that? Maybe you have that you practice on set?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about like the chemistry with the other person, like how they're acting. Like some people when they're acting, they think it's about being as big and as something as possible, but it's really reacting to how the other actor is interacting with you, I think.
Mhm.
So like if they're at a level 20 and then you're at a level 2, it doesn't match so well and it might look off at the end, or
Yeah.
vice versa too. So to kind of like match their level a little bit. I mean, obviously it depends on the scene too. Like if you're out and exploding, then you should be level 20 and whatnot. But
Right.
yeah, just to like kind of act off the other actor, I suppose.
Yeah. Dope. Yeah, that's the truth. A lot of like
It really
newcomers
is.
don't realize that acting is literally it's a reaction.
Reacting, yeah.
That's
Mhm.
it. But whatever. Before I get to my question, I have a sub question. How often do you get that you're giving me brunette Jennifer Lawrence? Okay. No, like whole time I'm like
Good
Hunger
question.
Games. I feel like we're in it right now.
Wow.
Probably no. Doesn't she give
She
me
does.
brunette Jennifer Lawrence? Because I think she's blonde right now, but
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, definitely.
kind of you see it? Okay.
It's only because
maybe
you
I
said
was- that's the
something.
one thing I was
It's because you said something.
Have you ever
But
gotten that before, Celeste?
What?
huh?
Have you ever gotten that before?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's what's up. Okay. So maybe I wasn't tripping. 2 points for JoJo. All right, so what are some things about the series The Bay that sets it apart from other shows? And the production on like the digital platforms and everything. But that's important because what I have learned is a lot of the shows right now that I'm able to sit down and actually watch, it's kind of redundant. I know the difference, but what do you feel like the difference is between The Bay and other shows that are out there?
Oh, just, I mean, it's really like, I love our show because I feel like it really touches on some real life issues, and to us that has like meaning and capacity, and it's pretty great that it does that. Obviously the artistic part of it with like the editing. I know my brother does a lot of that, so does Gregory, and they really come together, piece it all together really well. And our ensemble cast is amazing. I think like just kind of bringing all these different actors together that play.
Uh-oh. I think Celeste may have frozen up.
Technical difficulties.
Frozen. It's a Frozen 2 out. Have y'all seen it?
Actually, I have, and that's one of Eduardo's favorite
Yes,
movies.
with
I
my
won't
I
lie.
haven't seen Frozen 2.
It's good. Nice transition, by the way, but it is a good movie. It is a good movie. Well, while we're continuing to talk, I'm just going to go ahead and chat on my little invisible chat system that y'all can't see watching to let Celeste know her cam has frozen too. So she may be coming back in to join
Stand by,
us.
ladies and gentlemen.
What happened to Jared? Jared, where'd you go?
Oh,
I can't see you, Jared.
In saying that.
I can
but
hear
already
you,
did
but I
it.
can't see you.
I was going in
Sorry
the
about
chat. Just like,
Hey,
say
no, it's
everything.
okay.
We're back.
Sorry.
I was like, oh no, she's frozen. Well, we are super happy to have you back. We actually we have a couple more questions to ask you. We're going to take a quick break, and then some of the next set of questions, only a few, are more personal questions, so less about the day and more about entertainment and your own experience in general. So We will be back in just a moment. Viewers, don't go anywhere. Give us about 3 or 4 minutes, and we'll be back with Miss Celeste. All right. We are back. Out the Box Radio Show. Thank you for staying with us. Everyone who's tuning in. Once again, we have Miss Celeste Fianna with us from Amazon's hit series, The Bay. Now, we just had a bunch of questions we ran through with Celeste about the series. And we're going to kind of switch gears a little bit for our last few questions and talk about some more personal experiences, maybe, just to get to know you and your thoughts a little bit more about entertainment and a few other things. One thing I want to say really quick is, I don't know about y'all, but I'm sweating. I don't know if it's because it's 80 degrees here and I'm drinking hot chocolate. But in the middle of the break, I would have to dab my
Hot
face.
chocolate? Are you serious?
Girl, hot chocolate. Yes. And I'm
the hell is
sweating.
wrong with
I
you,
don't know how to
Justin?
craving. You know how you have craving for some chocolate sometimes?
No.
It was a craving.
I
don't know
have-
if you just
I
like
have-
declare to the whole world
I
that
have
you
cravings
sweating
for
bullets over
chocolate
there,
quite
but okay.
often, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I know. But anyway, sorry for that. I hate when I sweat. It feels so nasty.
Yeah,
Okay.
just declare it to the whole world, Justin. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, I still look okay, and you can't tell. I have oily skin anyway, so I might be shining for different reasons. But anyways, yes, we are back, and we have a few final questions for you, Celeste. So we'll jump right into it with Jonay for our first question.
Yes. So sorry about my ponytail, y'all. I'm trying to put it in a bun, but it's not. What is one thing that you have never done before? Like never done before that you've always wanted to do?
In real life or on camera?
In real life.
Oh gosh. That is,
Like for me, it's bungee jumping.
Okay.
I've always wanted to bungee jump, but I have never gotten myself, worked up enough nerve to actually do it. I've zip lined, I've done that, but like to bungee jump, that free fall, or like I want to do it, but I'm scared.
Yeah. Gosh, I'd probably say like skydiving, but I did that, so I want to go again.
Oh, nice.
I want to try that too.
Yeah. I'd probably just like want to live like on a mountain somewhere in a hut or something, and like just be totally one with nature and the earth and
I love
kind
that.
of detox. I don't know.
Right.
Like, it actually has been on my bucket list for a while, so I just want to do it at some point. I've actually been talking about it too. So yeah, something like that probably.
Okay, that's what's
yeah.
up.
Yeah, I love traveling and stuff. I've done a lot of it, but yeah, something different like that.
Nice.
Cool. I like it.
Now, skydiving, do you get that feeling in your stomach? Like, how you go on a roller coaster, you go down, you're like, uh-oh, it's about to go inside out. Do you feel like that when you go skydiving or no?
Yeah, I've only been once. It was fun. It was really fun. They're like, they mess with you. What at least they did with me, like on the way up, they banged the plane around and jerked it up. Like, oh, this is only my second time up in the air. You're not right? And I'm like, what? Like,
it's not a waiver, right? Because if you have a heart attack, it's they're not.
Yeah, and then they push you out of the plane, like kind of holding on, like, hang on, let me think about this one more second. And then
right, I take it back. So, in the world of entertainment, there's a lot that goes on. I'm sure you know that. So, with entertainment, if you could change anything about the entertainment industry, what do you think you would want to change?
Gosh, just how hard it is for people, I think, probably, because it's really tough. So,
as far as like booking gigs or
what's that?
As far as like getting booked for roles,
yeah, just even bringing projects to fruition. There's so many people with amazing ideas out there, and it's hard to get it out there, to get it made, and then distribution. If distribution was easier, that'd be cool.
That's true.
For everyone, really. So, like, there's a lot of projects in there that haven't gone anywhere because of lack of distribution and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very good one.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
It is.
Is there anybody? Sorry, Jonay.
No. I was just agreeing. Go ahead, do your thing.
I don't know why I always interrupt you during these shows.
You always do, but you know what? It's a welcome interruption. It's all good. We family, baby.
Anyway, Celeste, is there anybody that you idolized growing up, or anybody that you wanted to, model yourself after or look up to, whether that's whether that's in the entertainment business or just in life in general?
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Really like in the entertainment, I really liked Angelina Jolie and like Charlize Theron. In real life, Oprah has always been like, she's just been like a really strong, powerful woman, and I've like really admired. Gosh, there's so many like in the business world. The business is like a little different because I'm in the business world also a bit with things and stuff. So it's just there's been some really influential people like Elon Musk maybe, or like someone who's made like a positive difference, like bringing electric cars to to society and not having to use so much gas fuel, so we're not like burning up the environment so much. So just people who have really made like positive change in the planet and done good things with their lives. I like that.
Nice.
Charlize is a good one. She's versatile.
Mm-hmm.
What was it that she played?
Yeah,
Monster.
Monster.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Monster
Yeah.
was
I don't recognize
dope.
it. Yeah.
Yes. She
Yeah.
really like. I always admire actors that can shift that. It was so effortless.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could. It was seamless.
Mm-hmm.
Seamless.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
talent. That's study.
Right.
That's dedication. Yes.
Yeah.
Charlize is. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's dope.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It transforms for sure.
Mhm. Yes. So, what are some things that you did as an actress during this unprecedented, unexpected pandemic that we're in the middle of right now?
Yeah.
Deep breath.
Good sign.
Well, I mean, I've been reading, doing my studies. I've had a couple other business things that have taken a lot of my time at the moment. But just basically, working with Laney Entertainment, which creates the Bay. So working alongside my brother and Gregory on things in the future. So yeah, the producing side has been continuing. And that's just, setting up for the future mostly. I mean, all sets stopped, so really no actor or actress was working. So it's, I think we're all excited that it's all kicking back up.
So really quick, I do want to ask you one more question before we depart from this interview. For those who may not be as experienced in the entertainment industry as an actor or even a producer, the viewers, if you will, tell us a little bit about the differences between your job as a producer and your job as an actress, because some of them probably don't know what you really put your work into with production.
Oh yeah, it's two very different jobs. It's funny because we have a rule on set because we have, like, my brother is a producer and an actor, and we have a couple other producer actors, and we have a rule where it's like, okay, you can't be producing the same day you're acting. If they're acting, everyone in the production team, leave them alone, because it can get very stressful because like something goes wrong or a location falls through or whatever. There's like a million different pieces to the puzzle of putting shoots together every day of being on set, and it can be quite stressful. So it does actually throw off the acting at times. So that's one of the big differences, that when it's acting day, it's like, and then a few days before that, a couple days before, if it's a big scene, the producer actor takes the producing side off so that they can really dive into their role and get totally submerged in it.
Wow.
Because it's we have had a couple instances where it's like something like really throws off an actor, and it's hard to get clicked in, and so.
Yeah, and you definitely don't want to lose that energy, especially if you're playing a character, and you don't want to lose that connection you have to the character, because then it's on camera. So
and it's so sensitive too. It's like really like the tiniest little things could just be like because you're like, it's almost like you're opening up this vault to all these emotions and stuff.
Right.
To be able to deliver whatever is for the moment. So it does like it is like. Yeah, it's quite different.
Yeah, no,
I enjoy it.
That's great. And a lot of people that watch, tune into the show, or anybody who's not in this industry probably doesn't realize that. But that's stuff that I love to dive into, is some of those behind the scene moments and things that people don't get to see on TV. To me, that's my favorite part, because that's the most fun, was working on set. I love production work. I think that's the best part.
He does.
So fun.
He really does.
Nice.
It's hard to work into it. So
Reality show.
What you say, Jared?
I said I can remember when Justin was handling business on his own reality show.
Mm-hmm.
He was a boss.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, craziness. It all pays off, but craziness. Yeah. So go ahead and drop your social media, your platforms for everyone who's tuning in to be able to follow you and check in on more The Bay when it's coming out for the next season when you guys start filming.
Great, yeah, and we're up for some daytime Emmy awards this year also, which will be on June 26th. Yeah. Tune in. It's on CBS.
Oh wow!
Awesome. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So yeah, it'll be cool. I
Hell.
can't wait to see what happens, and we're all like so grateful for receiving the Emmy nods and everything. But yeah, my social media handle, my personal one is Celeste Fianna at Celeste Fianna on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. I'm more on Instagram these days. It's CELESTEFIANNA. And the Bay the series on all across the board, the Bay the series on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. So we have a Facebook page, and then of course you can see our website. So
Nice.
where you can find us.
Yeah, and everyone, as of right now, if you don't have Prime, get it. I just got it, so I can't talk about y'all if y'all don't have it. But I got it, and I'm super happy I did because The Bay is actually the first series I watched when I got my Prime membership.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'm catching up on all the drama, and it's drama, you guys. Trust me, it's worth the watch. So make sure you tune into The Bay, the series. And thank you so much again, Celeste, for joining us on such short notice. We really do appreciate you.
Sure. Yeah.
And tell Bro we said hi.
Yeah,
His fine name.
We missed him too.
I will. All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
Have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you. All right. Well, what I'm going to do really quick. Oh, it's not so bad now. Oh, yeah. See these lines going across my face? I was trying to shut my blind, so I'm like leaning this way so y'all can't see the lines crossing my face. But I'm good now.
Are you sure you're not a Virgo?
No. I thought you were going to say virgin. I was like, no.
Virgos are perfectionists. Like, you got to make sure that things are like,
it's crazy.
You have like a Virgo rising. You have to have.
I think I do because that sounds like me. I peep that stuff. When the sun starts moving, I move in the direction with it so it don't catch me. Pretty soon I'll be off camera. Like, what do I do? So it's going down now. So I'm good. I'm good. So I don't know, Jared, when you started the show, did you go over any of the updates for COVID-19?
I did not go over any of the updates because we just jumped into just started talking and just getting it off our chest. So no, I did not go over any of the updates. But here's a few quick things that you guys should know. Maryland, and I believe all of Maryland is now in the phase 2, which means that businesses such as restaurants, I know some gyms are starting to open as well. They're operating at 25 to 50%. Social distancing guidelines are still at 10 people within a closed space, but mostly everything in Maryland, and I'm just giving y'all the short version because we are gonna run short on time, but mostly everything in Maryland is open. The only thing that's not open is obviously schools because it's the summertime.
Right.
Also, everyone is still pushing the fact that you have to wear a mask, which I'm going to get really into y'all ass about, y'all. Please, 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 please,
right.
please, when you go outside, wherever you go, just protect yourself as much as possible. I know sometimes the mask is uncomfortable, but like going into a store, going into a restaurant, going into a gym, or going into hair salons, barbershops, all of these things are open. Please, please, please protect yourself and wear your mask. And when I say wear your mask, I don't mean like hang it over your nose so that way your nose is hanging out. Because that looks like that you just, having a dick fall out of your underwear. If I'm just gonna be dead honest with you, that's what it looks like. That's exactly what I'm telling y'all. Y'all have.
Wait a minute, I never thought that now.
So you have no idea how many times I went out to the grocery store to have people with their mask on and have their nose falling out, and I'm like, you look like that you having your dick out. On time.
Have you ever? I want you to tell somebody that, please, next time you see
it. I did.
Did you?
Because I was checking out like all my stuff at the grocery store and it's right next to me, and I was just like, you're doing it wrong, right? And they're like, what? Your mask on your nose, not under it. It looks like that you have whatever. But anyway.
So are people okay? I'm excited to get back in the gym. I'm not gonna lie. I don't do at-home workouts because I do not like it, and I'm not motivated to do that. But I do like going to the regular gym. Mine opens back up. Planet Fitness opens back up next week. Now, I'm all for masks, obviously, but I don't know how to deal with this yet because I don't think I'll be working out with a mask on.
Well, in gyms, because they're going to be operating between 25 and 50%, so you're going to already be, spaced out,
right,
in that area. Now, I'm not sure if most, if not all, gyms are going to have that mask
policy.
That mask policy. I think it's going to vary between business and business.
Right.
I am not sure. What I'm going to do now is actually look it up. But if you are going to be, separated with space and operating at 50% capacity, there's really, not that much reason to wear a mask if you're not going to be around that many people. What they are doing is that they're going to be deep cleaning that gym around the clock, and especially, during closing time.
And people, please wipe down that. I cannot stand people who work at the gym and do not wipe down the stuff when they're done. That is so dirty.
Yeah,
a lot of people.
They've always had the tools for you to be sanitary, but people just.
Well, now that you have to now, there's no excuse. You need to clean that stuff before you start using it with the person before you use it. There's no exceptions to that rule.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
just gonna let the first batch go outside first.
That's what I said.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it.
Right.
You first. So here are the personal services that everyone cares about that are going to be open up to 50% capacity. Nail salons, massage therapists, tanning salons, tattoo parlors. They're going up to 50% capacity by appointment only. They're also going to have some appropriate health and safety guidelines, i.e. wearing a mask or gloves. In terms of, some people's jobs, open businesses will include manufacturing, construction, small retail shops, large retail shops, specialty vendors, wholesalers, warehouses, and some offices that deal with technology, some legal offices, accounting, banking, financial institutions. The malls will also possibly be opening up to small capacity as well.
Right.
Yeah, I saw that they were opening up next week. Not this week, but next weekend. Yeah.
Well, Tyson's Corner has been open because I went there when I was in Virginia a couple weekends ago, and Tyson's is open, but obviously the stores ain't open. But you can do you order online; they'll bring out your orders to you. The mall itself was open, and the kiosks were open. Actually, I had to go take my cell phone because I got a screen protector on this. And I got a warranty, so when I crack it, I get a replacement for $5. So I go to that particular kiosk in any mall. They were open, and I needed that because my screen was cracked for 6 months, y'all. I'm not playing, and I was like, oh my god. So I'm glad they opened. And on my break this week, I went to the store and went shopping for clothes because I just felt like I needed to get out. I wore my mask and did what I needed to do. But yes, I was that person that was pressed to get out. So I went and I shopped for my therapy. I shopped and spent about $100 on clothes. But you know what? I needed to because I needed to.
I did all my therapy.
Where did you go?
Huh?
Where did you go?
I went to a few places. Actually, there is in Virginia, they actually have some stores already open. Macy's is open. So you can go into Macy's. I went to Macy's. There's one place I go to for undershirts and tank. When I go on cruises or vacation, I wear a lot of tank tops. So I went to Shoppers World to get some tank tops because they got cute ones for $7, really nice ones. So I got 6 or 7 tank tops, but then Macy's was open too for shopping. Macy's had a rule though, you only let, I think, 20 people in or something like that. So it was empty, and they only had 1 register or 2 registers open. But yeah, that was near Tyson's Corner, VA. So I don't think Maryland was at that level yet. But it sounds like this week and next week that is happening. So.
Yeah, I did a lot of ordering online myself.
I did too. I've been doing that a lot.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask how comfortable are you guys with going out to certain businesses and either doing shopping or going out to restaurants and whatnot. Because for me, yesterday was the first time that I was out of my house for anything social.
Right.
Since the beginning.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
I
went to Bo Brooks this weekend. I went, what was it, Saturday?
Oh yeah, you did, because I looked at that. I looked at your
I went to
Facebook
Bo
here.
Brooks. how they have it set up. You before you go in, you have to wear your mask, and they seat you outside, and all of the seats are like it's like
Space.
the table,
Mm.
empty table,
Mhm.
empty table, you,
Mhm.
empty table, somebody else. So
Well,
they
that's
have it
good.
spread out. There was the menu. You had to scan the. There's a barcode for you to. You got to order online.
Oh, wow.
So you order online. You put your table number in, and the waitress will like you pay for everything online. That was at Bo Brooks. I don't know about other places, but I paid for everything online.
Wow.
So the only thing the waitress did was bring my food out and my drink, and I ain't see her ass no more.
Well,
After I finished eating, I left because I had already paid.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how because now this week they're letting people sit inside.
Oh, wow.
Like right now, it's just
Already?
outside.
Wow.
Yeah, and it starts This Friday coming at 5 p.m. You can sit inside at 50%.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's gonna be interesting to see how they're gonna
But
work
you know,
that
a lot
out.
of places are gonna be. Everyone's 50-50. Some people are like, I'm not going out. I'm not going out. Some people are like, I need to get out. It's gonna be probably packed at those places, sadly.
Oh yeah.
Which is why I'm gonna say y'all go first.
Yeah. Look, I like
Y'all
to
go first.
do in-store shopping and online, but like when it comes to restaurants, no. I'm either gonna cook or I'm gonna order takeout or something. I'm not gonna go to a restaurant. But I did go to the NBA yesterday. They just opened up this week on Monday or Tuesday.
That's something I forgot to
What
mention.
you go
NBA
get done?
operation.
I went to the Columbia one. Well, my license, I needed to get a new one, so I just got a new license. But they're letting people in. But first of all, it was hot as balls dropping down to your kneecaps, hot outside. And it was like yesterday was not the day. There were bees out flying around. Even if you made an appointment, which you have to with the NBA right now to get in. I made an appointment for 2:30 p.m. I got there at 2:20 or 2:15. The line out the door was already like almost going down the road to like one of the restaurants on the very end of the shopping center. It was that long. And I went up to the front. I said, is this for appointments? And they're like, half the people. Yeah. So I had to go to like the middle of the line and wait. But even when I got inside, they only let, I think, 10 people in at a time. And they have the chairs like really spaced out. But that, let me tell you, they had one person working behind the booth or whatever. One person. And when I tell you I made an appointment online and waited for about an hour and a half before I got seen, it was insane. And I was like super hot with the mask on. I was like about to pass out, and I was looking at my picture like this because I'm like about to pass. I mean, it was not a good look. I'm sure my license picture looks terrible, y'all. But I had to get it done because I needed my new license. So I got that done. I'm glad I did it when there was less people out and about, but the process is just crazy. Yeah. So that's about that. And I'm about to be going. I think I'm traveling in like 2 weeks, and I'm nervous because my sisters want to go visit my father in North Carolina. Hotels ain't open yet. And North Carolina actually just spiked in their numbers over the past week a little bit. Now, I don't think my dad lives near like the capital area where it spiked. He's like 2 hours away. But still, like that makes me nervous. And because hotels ain't open and I can't stay with him because he got pets allergic. So I have to find an Airbnb that's open. And like, I don't know if I'm going to fly and take that risk or drive 8 hours. He lives eight hours away from me. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Because if I drive, I need a rental car. Because I ain't driving my old piece of crap 8 hours to North Carolina. So I got to figure out what to do. But with the pandemic, I'm just like hesitant on certain things. Like traveling is not on the top of my mind right now, really.
Right.
It's not understandable, which is why I said y'all go first.
Right.
I'll report back.
I'm not saying y'all do. I'm just saying like the general public, like y'all can go ahead and test the waters and do what y'all need to do.
Right.
And probably around July when, I mean, I'm not going to make any predictions, but around July, if it seems safe, I'll be like, all right, y'all, I'm going to dip my toe in the pool and just see what happens. Because like me and Janae been through this personally. We know how this goes and we ain't trying to do that again.
Yeah, no, I don't. But I saw Dr. Fauci say, I don't really trust him, sidebar, but whatever. He's saying that But I feel like there is some validity to what it was that he was saying. Like there's a second wave coming amid everybody opening up because there is no vaccine.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, I get it. People want to get out. These businesses want to make money, but there's no vaccine.
Right.
So this thing is still out there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's a second wave coming. And prior, like, I know early on they were saying that the second wave was definitely going to come, but like in the fall.
Right.
With everybody opening up so early,
it'll be sooner.
It's coming. It's going to be sooner than the fall.
Right.
And
I'm not here for it. I'm not here to catch nothing but some checks, and that's about it.
Amen.
I do film though
caution.
next weekend. Believe it or not, I'm back on set, filming in Virginia. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also like nervous to see how everything, because they just started opening back up. Virginia was allowed to start filming with productions again, I think 2 weeks ago. So
wow.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm more comfortable because it's a small set, and there's only going to be, I think, 3 people on production that day, and then me and one other actress. So it's not a lot of people, 5 or 6 of us. It's not a lot of people there for that scene, but I'm excited to get back out there, get back on set, start filming. I mean, just being able to study lines has been like, I don't know why it sounds stupid. It's so exciting for me because it's been a rough past like 5 or 6 months where it's been a dry spell. And for those of you two and others who are in entertainment, it's been a rough few months of not being able to do work. So I am happy about it, but I'm also going to be very cautious and very skeptical with how close we all get and how this goes. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Hoping for the best.
Thanks. Yes. Jonay looked like she's cooking up something. She
I'm in my mind, you know, like it's just I'm thinking about a lot. Yeah. So we'll see how things work out.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I don't know. I don't know what to think.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think. I really do believe, I mean, even with all of the protesters going on, and I've been noticing that there's a lot of people, and I'm so grateful for it, but I don't see people with masks on.
I know.
And so I'm like, listen, you know, we're protesting, but at the same time, we are in the middle of a pandemic.
Right. Don't forget.
Okay,
Right.
please stay safe.
Right.
I know that the numbers have probably spiked, and I know the media right now is so focused on covering the riots.
Right.
They want to talk about, you know, people breaking in and looting and whatever, and they're not talking about the numbers. But
and we won't know until people start getting tested. So it's going to be for a while that we don't know if it spikes until people are actually going in to get tested for it. So yeah, that's very true. Well, Jared, I think we're actually out of time. It's about to be 8:30, and that's when we go off. So I do want to say thank you all. Megan, her son is our other host, Megan.
We miss you.
Yes, we do miss you, Megan. We need to touch base with her, and next week we need to have her follow up with what she was doing today, because she's actually doing a virtual online graduation ceremony for her son, a celebration.
He on a new level.
Yeah. Congratulations to her son. So happy for him and happy that he can celebrate, even if it is remotely. That's still good to have that experience and that exposure. You don't want to let that go. So we will see everyone here next week. For the rest of June, we actually have guests every week coming up. So we have different artists coming on. So make sure you tune in here on Thursday next week at 7:00 p.m. on RipRadioNetwork.com. And thank you again to Celeste, Fianna, for joining us from Amazon series The Bay. If you have Prime or use someone's account, I ain't say that out loud, go watch The Bay. It does start at season 3 on Amazon Prime, but it actually is good. I'm not just saying that because I'm pushing it and marketing and promoting it. It really is good. It takes a lot for a series to catch my attention, and that one actually will make you want to just set the remote down and keep it running episode to episode. And that's what happened to me a couple weeks ago when I first got Prime, and it's not stopped since. So I'm almost all the way caught up, and I'm excited for the next season when it comes out. So y'all be sure to check it out. But
Absolutely.
all right, y'all. We will see you next week. Thanks again for joining, and thanks again for tuning in, everybody. Woo!
Folks, be well with yourselves. Take care of your mentals.
Yes. Love y'all.